Hi friends, welcome back to the Guitar Spar, where we bring you all the beautiful guitars review just for you. And hello stars and rising stars, because either you are a star or that you are a star in the making, right? Okay, so if you're watching this video, you are a rising star or a star, okay? So because you are a star, okay? And why? Because I said you are, okay? And it's when you spend time getting a great gear like this, and then spend time practicing, working on your craft. That's where, if you are just beginning, you will be a rising star, and then later you become a star as you hone your craft and put in all the efforts. Because if you look at all the stars that did well, they all start from bottom level 0 and level 1, and then you and me, we all started from level 1. And if you look at my videos, I think 10 years ago, the way I play and the way I play right now, I've come somewhat far, and I'm still a student. Okay, so coming back, we have a Yamaha that just arrived. Just last week, I did a few shots on the FS5, FSX3, which is the Japanese-made FS3, FS5 right now. And right now I have the China-made FS X with the pickup on this 3 series and on this. And let's get this review started. It's almost like an OM size, 15 inches across the board, 3.5 inches here and 4 inches here. Okay, the scale length is a short scale, 25 inches, 1/3 nut width, and ebony bridge, ebony fretboard, plastic pins, plastic saddle, and plastic nut. Okay, I've upgraded the saddle to the fossilized mammoth ivory because the original saddle is a little bit loose, as you can see in my video I've posted. And then when you have a loose saddle, you definitely lose a lot. The vibration, the energies dissipate off, right? It doesn't transfer to the top, and that's where you lose a lot of that dynamics, right? That is not found. And I also slot the pinhole so you have a 45 degrees, because once you lower down the saddle, if it's not slotted, it is away. But if you slot and it's 45 degrees, and it adds a lot of this dynamics. Remember, your top here at the bridge, it acts like an air pump. Okay, so the thing about this saddle, the pins, and then the pins, I've upgraded to diamond pins, because this will allow the energy from the strings, the ball end, to transfer to the saddle, and thereby incrementally increase the dynamics on this. And then that's where you get a little bit louder guitar and more overtones. Okay, so I've also strung this with this one is the Adorolo X strings, which is like the latest coated strings, which is pretty good. Straighten the neck, and then also level up some of the uneven frets. You may say, hey, this is a new guitar, why would you want to, why is there uneven frets? Okay, when they set it in, they knock or they push the serrated this frets in to the slots, and then over time sometimes it and then they level it nicely, right? But with weather, this thing does come out by 0 point something, and either you knock it in, sometimes you knock it in back, it goes in, and then it comes out again, and then you just get to level it. And I did level it because it happens. So even the best of the best Taylor guitars, and unless the luthier glues it in. So let's listen to how it sounds. 1/3 nut width. You got open gear tuners on this. The finish basically is actually gloss, and then they matte it, they sand it down, or they buff it down to a semi-gloss like finish. Okay. So the X brace is forward shift and scallop. Okay, compared to the LS16 that is non-scallop, you'll find that this one has a little bit more of that bottom end bass, because both the X brace and the two-tone bars are scalloped. So what that means is there's some compromise, right? There's some trade-offs. The top here will tend to swell a little bit much more as compared to a LS16 that is non-scallop. Okay, so just be prepared. If not, buy a dry box. If you're in Singapore and in Asia, buy a dry box, put it in. This is your insurance to ensure that every time you take it out, it's perfect. Okay, it's like a wine cellar. You want to drink, go into the wine cellar. Let's get this. Let's listen to how it sounds. Itchy. So you will notice that this one will have a tendency to have a little bit more bass because of non-scallop. That means that the trebles are also not as clear or ring like a LS16. Okay, so just take note of this. Okay, scale length 25. Because it's not a dreadnought, it's not a Indian rosewood, so the bass is not too deep also because it's balanced with the mahogany. Okay, so it's pretty good. Okay, lovely bass. I like the bottom. Every time I play this guitar, this tone, this note, this song, I know I get a little bit bum 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 bum. Let it go, let it go. I hope you're having fun in this special room. They call it my living room, and this. It's not a studio. It's just one of the rooms where I work on guitars, and I have lots of guitars here. A couple of guitars stack up. My workshop where I do a little bit of the all the saddles and stuff like that, and my CDs and books, and I do read a lot. I love to read people's experience, biography, and how sometimes some people take years to learn something, right? They have 30 years of experience, and you don't want to go through that 30 years, and they sum it up, condense it up to 2-3 hours or even a book, and you can actually read them and not make their mistakes, right? It's just like learning how to play some songs from Tommy Emmanuel, where he teaches you, right? Okay, let's play my favorite song, emotional song. Emotional, emotional. One question I know you'll be asking right now, there's the China made, there's this one, and there's the Japan made, which is the FS5 and this FS3, right? Are there any difference? Honestly, I can't really on my ear tell any difference, right? Once I do all the upgrades, I can't really tell a difference, right? In fact, the FS5 or SSX5 underneath, I've said in the video, extremely rough, and I think from what I heard from people is that the bodies are all made from, even the Japan ones are made in China, and then they were all sent to Japan to get the neck and body fitted. Okay, the difference between the FS5 5 series and 3 series, the 5 series uses bone nut, and the saddle is slightly wider in terms of thicker, right? This one is narrow. They use a plastic saddle, which is extremely loose, and even the bone saddle they do is also loose, so it's not really, it's something that, I mean, something that Yamaha should look at, right? But they are doing it at price points that that Martin Taylor Gibson's are unable to compete. You don't ask me why, right? I mean, maybe because they don't spend so much money in marketing. Japanese tells you the truth. The Americans sometimes marketing, they really hype it out. Okay, especially Taylor guitars. I mean, I love Taylors, but I have Taylors also. Let's do some fingerstyle. Okay, I mean just fingerstyle, and then we're gonna end this already. Fantastic guitar. All right, so let me know what do you think about this FSX3 made in China. Beautiful guitar. In fact, it's lovely, right? I mean, what's your take on this? Listen right now and give me your comments right now. Type it down right now. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, subscribe to this channel because it's a wonderful channel, right? To my next review, because I live with passion. Play your guitar, love, joy, peace, health, and wealth to be multiplied in your heart, in your life, and in your heart. Okay, because it starts manifesting in your heart before it starts manifesting in your life. Okay, the inner first, then the outer. Okay, so yeah, but remember who's gonna bless you, right? There needs to be somebody who's gonna bless you. And if you need questions, send me a text or private email also. Okay, see you soon. Bye bye.